Hey guys, hope everybody's staying safe out there and doing well. So I'm making this little video here today to show you guys a couple of warm-up exercises to warm up your voices, and then we're going to do a little movement exercise as well, okay? So first thing we want to do is we want to warm up our articulators, okay? So before we do anything, we're going to go ahead and massage them and stretch them out, okay? Your articulators are going to be your lips, your tongue, and all of your voice, right, your throat right here, okay? All of these muscles right here. So first thing we're gonna do is just give yourself a nice little massage of the jaw, okay? Sweep the jaw, just like that. You wanna get rid of any tension you have here in your jaw, because if you have tension in your jaw, you're gonna have tension in your tongue, and then it's gonna go to your neck, and then your shoulders, and so on and so forth. Everything in your body is connected. So if you're gonna go on stage and you're gonna act or you're gonna sing, you want to get rid of all of that tension as much as possible. Okay, so go ahead and massage your jaw, and then massage your tongue. So in order to do this, so your tongue is actually all of this right here underneath your jaw, okay? So you're gonna take your two thumbs and then just gently push up into your jaw a little bit, okay? And relax your tongue. Okay, and then once you did that, go ahead and give yourself a nice little gentle neck massage and shoulder massage. Remember, these are all muscles that are interconnected, and they're all important in what you do, okay? All right, so next, you want to go ahead and yawning is another good thing that can help you. So go ahead and, force yourself to do a little yawn. Very good. So the good thing about yawning, one, it's contagious, but two, it also forces you to breathe deep, okay? So this time we're gonna do it again, but I want you to focus on breathing into your stomach, all right? This is super important because in singing and acting, you wanna support your breath, because if you don't, you're gonna hurt your throat, okay? If you're acting and you're getting super emotional, or you have to speak loudly or project your voice, you wanna breathe from your diaphragm. That's why I say breathing from your stomach, okay? If we breathe from up here, there's no support, okay? It's very shallow, all right? And that's not how you want to breathe, okay? You're not really utilizing your full lung capacity. You want to breathe from down here, and then you'll also be able to feel it in your back too, right? So check it out. All right? Okay, so we're gonna yawn one more time. Ready? Here we go. Focus on breathing in to your belly. Get a nice little stretch too, okay? And another thing you can do is shake out your jaw like that, okay? You just grab it using your thumbs and your forefingers, and then you just shake your jaw, and then you can vocalize through it too, and that also helps, okay? It looks funny, but trust me, it feels good and it helps a lot, okay? So once you got all that stretched out, oh, our tongue, we got to stretch out our tongue, most important part. So this is also going to look funny, but trust me, the benefits are immense, okay? So first thing you're going to do is stick your tongue out straight to the computer screen, okay? Now you're going to try and touch your nose with your tongue like this. Okay. Now you're going to try and touch your ear with your tongue. Okay, now you're going to try and touch your chin with your tongue. Okay, now you're going to try and touch your other ear. Okay, now go around in a circle. And the other way. Okay, wipe your mouth. Oh my goodness. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is stretch it out the other way. So you're going to take the tip of your tongue, put it behind your bottom teeth, and then you're going to stretch out your tongue like this, the middle of your tongue. Watch. Like that. Like that. Okay? Do that a couple times, and you'll be nice and stretched out and ready to go. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to do horse lips, okay? Horse lips are exactly what they sound like, okay? It's gonna feel like you're blowing bubbles under the water, all right? So first you're gonna start off with no voice, like this. Okay, then you're gonna wanna vocalize it. Well, when you vocalize at first, just do your normal voice. All right, so now you wanna play with the full range of your voice, highs and lows. So, all right, so now we're gonna connect it and do the roller coaster. So you're gonna go up and down, up and down. Here we go, ready? And then when you finish, you just write it out as your regular voice, okay? So now that we got that, we're gonna do a little buzzing through our nose to get that nose cavity nice and warmed up. So what you're gonna do is just hold your nose with one hand or two hands. I'm gonna do two hands so that I can feel the vibration here in my my nasal cavity, okay? So you're gonna go, and you should be able to feel the resonance and the buzzing all the way in here, okay? All right. So now we're gonna move on to some tongue twisters, okay? So there's a couple that I really like. The first one is called red leather, yellow leather, okay? Red leather, yellow leather. So we'll start off slow. Red leather, yellow leather. 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 Okay, boom. There's that one. The next one is called Unique New York. Okay, so it goes like this. You know New York. You need you. See, I messed up already. You know New York. You need New York. You know you need unique New York. You know you need unique New York. You know New York, you need New York. You know you need unique New York. You know New York, you need New York. You know you need unique New York. Okay? Say that fast a couple times and that'll get you nice and warmed up, okay? Now, we're going to do some tongue twisters that are a little bit longer, okay? So, for the first one is called a minute or two till two, okay? So since it's long, I'm going to break it up and leave some room at the end of each sentence, okay? And then I'm gonna do it fast, all right? So, what to do to die today? At a minute or two till two. A thing distinctly hard to say, yet harder still to do. For we'll beat a tattoo at 20 till two, with a rat-a-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-two, and the dragon will come at the beat of the drum at a minute or two till two today. At a minute or two till two. Okay? Alright, so now I'm going to do it fast. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. What to do to die today? At a minute or two till two today. At a minute or two till two. A thing distinctly hard to say, yet harder still to do. For we'll beat a tattoo at 20 till 2 with a rat-a-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat, and the dragon will come to the beat of the drum at a minute or two till 2 today. At a minute or two till 2. Alright. So the next tongue twister we're going to do is called to sit in solemn silence. Okay, this is one of my favorites, all right? So just like the last one, I'm going to say it slowly and briefly pause in between the sentences so you get a chance to repeat it while I'm saying it, or right after I say it, okay? Then we're going to do it all the way through, and then we're going to do it even faster, okay? Here it goes. To sit in solemn silence in a dull, dark dock, in a pestilential prison with a lifelong lock, awaiting the sensation of a short, sharp shock from a cheap and chippy chopper on a big black block. So each of those sentences emphasizes a different consonant or combination of consonants. Now remember, consonants are the letters that are not vowels. Okay, so consonants are the beginnings and the ends of words. Okay, usually. Now, what you're going to want to do while you're doing this is you're going to want to over articulate or over pronounce the consonants, because that also helps to round out your mouth and get your mouth used to saying those things, so that when you go on stage or when you're singing, you can be better understood, because you're articulating better. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it all the way through once without stopping, and you're gonna watch me as I over articulate the consonants and over pronounce those. Okay, if it feels ridiculous, it's exactly right. Okay, all right, here we go. To sit in solemn silence in a dull, dark dock, in a pestilential prison with a lifelong lock, awaiting the sensation of a short, sharp shock from a cheap and chippy chopper on a big black block. Okay, super ridiculous, I know. But if you just give in to the ridiculousness, it's going to be really, really fun. Okay, so now I'm going to do it again, over articulating, but also going as fast as I can. Okay, you guys ready? Here we go. And 1, 2, 3. To sit in solemn silence in a dull, dark dock, in a pestilential prison with a lifelong lock, awaiting the sensation of a short, sharp shock from a cheap and chippy chopper on a big black block. Okay. So that's that one. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed those. We're going to move on to a quick little physical movement exercise, and then we'll be through. All right. Okay, so our physical exercise is going to be a game called the Statue Game. Now, this game is kind of like a play or a version of another game that I like to play with my acting classes called Wax Museum. Now, for Wax Museum, you need at least 2 people, if not like a bigger group. But for the statue game, you can like do this on your own, you know, in your room whenever you have free time, if you don't have someone else to play with. Okay? Now, the way it's going to work is first you want to make a list of yourself of like different types of people, different types of animals, things like that. Okay? Now, what I did was I went ahead and I wrote my my different types of people and animals on a list right here on this piece of paper. So once you got your list, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to cut them out, fold them up, put them in a little hat or a little cup or container, and you're going to draw them at random, okay? Whichever one you draw, that's the one that you're going to have to try and turn yourself into a statue of, okay? So if you look at my list, if I draw an old man, then I have to try and turn myself into an old man, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and cut these up and pick one, and then we'll see how I do, okay? Ready? Okay, so I went ahead and cut out my my list of people and animals, and I put them in my little hat here. You can use a bowl, you can use a cup, whatever you got. Okay, so here they are. I'm gonna go ahead and mix them up and choose one at random. Okay, and let's see what I get. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, look at that! Our example. Okay, an old man. So when you do these, you got to think about, you know, whether it's a person or an animal. Number one, what do they look like? But also, like, how do you get that into your entire body? So how if it's a person, how do they stand? You know, how is it different from how you stand? So let's take the first one, an old man. Okay, so I can't stand like this. Maybe if I arch my back a little bit, pick my head up, right? And then you have to imagine things. Use your imagination. Does this old man have a walker? Does this old man have a cane? Or maybe nothing. You know, maybe this old man just has a bad back. Okay. Now, whatever you choose a certain pose. So I'm gonna go ahead and go with the cane. Now, you also have to register it in your face. Okay. Because that's also gonna help you transform it and feel it in your body. All right. So I got my cane here. There we go, squinty eye, and I can even do this with my glasses since I have glasses. There we go. And there's my old man. How do you think I did? Okay. All right. So I'm gonna choose a couple more. Okay. Let's see. Let's see what my next one is. Maybe, hopefully it's an animal. Here, let's see. Oh, a hawk. Okay, great. All right, cool. So now we got an animal. All right, so I'm obviously not an animal, but you have to think about there's different ways that animals are. They're not just in one pose the whole time, or they don't just do one thing, right? So hawks, of course, fly. But if they're standing or they're not flying, right, their wings are kind of tucked behind them, their feet are together, and they're a little bit shorter, right? They walk a little differently, okay? And then of course their heads kind of stick out. But if they are flying, then their wings are expanded. They're looking down, right? They're flying, and yeah, that's about it. So I'm gonna do one where maybe the hawk is taking flight, okay? So it's about to start flying. All right, ready? So if you want to, do a couple movements, get it in your body, and then when you find the place where it feels right, then you can freeze. All right, maybe mine, I have to get in my face. So what is your animal doing? So maybe it's, all right, and there you go. How do you think I did on that one? That was all right, right? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna do one more. Ooh, this is a good one. Check it out. A superhero. Okay, so that was Luna saying That's her favorite too. Okay, so for this one, you don't have to do a superhero that exists. You can make up your own superhero. You use your imagination. It's your world. So, if you want to do Batman, Spider-Man, Superman, whatever, you can. That's great. But if you want to make up your own superhero completely from scratch, that is totally fine too. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to do any one in particular. I'm just going to do a general superhero. So, how would my superhero stand? Okay, so superheroes probably got a lot of muscles, right? So I got to roll my shoulders back a little bit, stand up straighter, okay? And have my head, maybe I'm looking off into the distance, right? Have my hand on my hips like that. Maybe I can put my foot up like this, or maybe it can be like this, like I'm holding my cape. There we go. Okay, ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and all right, there's my superhero. How do you think I did? Pretty good, right? Okay, I bet you guys can do better. Okay, so that about wraps it up for the statue game. Hope you guys had fun with this game and some of the articulation exercises. Thank you so much for listening, and hope you guys, again, are staying safe and finding ways to practice your art form and pursue your passions while we're all stuck at home, okay? Thanks a lot, guys. Bye.